It's been a long time since I've done a video, so here's an overdue video, largely because my phone was full, so I didn't have any space, but I cleared it off, so there we go. So I'm not sure how long it's been, several months, so I guess I'll update what I think has changed. We now have the 3 tracks, which we may have had before, which is much better in terms of getting trains running. I think there have been a couple of 2 new additions. So we've got this B17, it's a Bachmann, let's focus in, so William Gray. I got that off eBay, and I chipped it myself. It wasn't DCC ready, and it works, which is nice. I've kind of found from experience that the Bachmanns are easier to chip. You do have to cut away some of the chassis. This is a split chassis model. But really it seems I've had much more luck with them. The Hornby ones I've had some accidents with, because I chipped that one. Moving over here, chipped this goods train too. The J39, I had to look over to find out what that was. And this runs quite nicely too. But in general now I'm buying DCC ready, it's just less fuss. And that's the other new addition, the N2 here, which is a birthday present to myself. That was my birthday. So that was DCC ready, so I just popped a chip in it and away it goes. And I got that off eBay too for about $80, which is pretty reasonable for a new model like that. So the other thing I've done is worked on the platforms. So you can see them here. They've got Slater's plasticard on top with the edging, and then sprayed that white, and then some brick plasticard on the side, and then I put on a very thin layer of balsa, about 3/16 of an inch I think, just to give it that sort of lip. So I've done what is platform 4. You can see I've got that. Where's my finger? There's platform 4, which is intended to be a sort of local branch line, so we've got the 2 coaches leaving from here. And then platform 1, which is going to be the main, the platform off the main booking office. So I did that. You also see I've changed buildings, I think. So before I had my sort of old Hornby buildings, which are over here, which were nice, but then Hatton's had this 1930s Art Deco style station on sale, and I just thought it really sort of fitted with the 1930s vibe, so I bought that. I changed the colours a bit. I tried to replicate LNER green, so I painted around the edge the green. I got some custom signs, which are nice, from a place whose name I've forgotten, but I guess I could look that up. But they were a little pricey, but you get a lot, so I didn't feel so bad. So I've now got those on the platform signs too. There's the old deer sitting on my Metcalf benches. Put in some lamps. I need to get another one. Well, they come in packs of 3, so I need to get another pack of 3 and put that in. And eventually wire those up. But the sort of Art Deco thing has led me to create the fiction that this is a station in North London. So this is a fictional North London station, kind of near Finsbury Park, or Cockfosters. Couldn't resist some Cockfosters action there. You can see change for Cockfosters. So that's what I'm sort of going for. I also got a London Underground station, which is meant to be Rayners Lane, I believe, but I had that customized so you can't see it very clearly. Orbiston Parva. And it does have a couple of underground bullseye things, whatever they're called, but Edward was it. My youngest son was in here, Edward, the other day, and he knocked them off, so I'm going to glue them back on. But no hardship. So I'm trying to work out exactly what to do for the street scene. I mean, there's obviously very little room for a car park, for a road. We may just have like a bus pull in or something, I don't know. Or I may move some of it over here, but there's never going to be a lot of room for decoration. I've got a bus too, 1930s Route Master. So there we go. So what is the plan next? Well, the centre island station needs to be done. Bachmann, the people who made that station, sell buildings which would work very nicely, but they're pricey, so I'm not in a hurry to do that. The ballasting I'm going to wait for. I think the next big thing is actually putting in some point motors and polarity switches. I just want to make sure that the electrics are all set before I do any heavy scale landscaping. In general they're fine, but if I'm running some of the trains at low speeds, which are I guess more realistic, then they can sometimes get stuck on the points when they're dirty, so I need to replace my Insulfog points, the ones I have. Most of my points are Electrofrog, but these are Insulfrog, which means they've got plastic here, right? But Electrofrog means you can power the whole thing, and you can have a switch that changes the polarity depending on the direction. So I need to do that, which I've looked online, and time consuming but not too hard, but it also means I need to run a new bus wire underneath with a separate power source. So that'll be a bit of a job, and then I can use that power source for the lights as well, so that'll be cool. I think that's what I'll do next. Who knows when that'll happen. Beginning a period of travel now for the next couple of months, so we shall see. But anyway, Orbiston Parva is still going, and it's still fun. Oh, I got a cleaning thing. These things are cool, very expensive too. I got this as a used one off eBay, and very handy for cleaning track. So there we go. One thing I did also do, I'm waiting for, is I've ordered off eBay. eBay is so dangerous. I ordered 5 Pullman coaches. Okay, I've got 5, but I need 5 more. These ones have lights. They're the fancy ones. The fancy Hornby models with lights, and I could not resist a set of 5, so that'll be nice to have some illuminated coaches. Eventually I want to get some illuminated teak coaches too. Not too many sets, but just because they're pricey, but just so I'll be able to run the layout at night with some lights. I think that would be cool. Well, I guess the other thing is this was my old Hornby shelter, which I painted up in LNER colours. I do need to do the chimney. But I thought it was cute. You know, it's one of the original pieces from my old layout. So I put in some, obviously, some signs and some posters. And I guess in some ways the story that it's trying to tell is of, you know, a station that's been renovated. So this is part of the old original Orbiston Parva station, with its local line, and then that this would have been done up in the 30s, expanded perhaps in the quite recently. So there's my imaginary history of Orbiston Parva. But anyway, peace.